Hey, welcome everybody again to This Week in Texas Music for another episode. Thanks for being here and joining us. And speaking of joining us, I have another guest. Dexter Rowe is in studio. How's it going, Dexter?
Going pretty good.
Good, man. Yeah, so you're doing a radio tour right now. You've been traveling Texas, so to speak.
Yeah.
You were way out in Kerrville or something yesterday. Colleen?
Last week, yeah, I was in Kerrville a little bit.
Okay.
Sure was.
Awesome, man. So we were talking a little bit before this, and you were saying you're up to how many shows now total since you started playing music?
I've done approximately 5,000. I guess you can't say exactly how many.
Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah,
it's way up there though.
Yeah, 5,000 shows. That's awesome. And you finally got here. See, all of that led you here. Here you are.
Sure. Yeah.
You are a fourth generation fiddle player. So give me a little bit of that family tree.
Well, the way it started was, I believe in the 30s, my grandpa's father, which would be my great-grandfather, he was a violin teacher.
Okay.
And like all young boys do, there were 7 of them, and they were so interested in this music coming up called Western Swing music. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a new thing, I suppose, back then, and they loved Bob Wills. So their father showed them how to play in the style of Bob Wills, so that we had twin fiddles in the family all the time.
Awesome.
From the 30s up to, I think they died somewhere in 2000s or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What about any other musicians, instrument players in your family? Or
the little girl of them all, there were 7 boys and 1 little girl, Louise Rowe. Mm-hmm. She got hired by Bob Wills after all of that.
Really?
So she was with him in 1953.
Okay, and did she play fiddle too, or did she play?
She taught it, and she played upright bass with Bob Wills.
Oh, wow.
But she was hired as a singer for him.
How awesome is that?
And I wound up, she started her first band when she was 80.
Oh, wow.
And I fronted her band for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah. We had a good time.
Man, yeah, I come from a family where I was the only musician, so it's really weird. I get to meet several of you artists out there that come from kind of a legacy of music, and I just wish I could have some of those childhood memories of getting to jam with the family and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, I am blessed on the other side of it, though. I have some kids that are playing music, and my one son's getting really good at guitar, too good, too fast. He's beating me, and I don't like it. And then my younger son hasn't committed to an instrument yet, but the dude's got serious rhythm, and so he could be a little.
He's
drummer
got the chops.
Yeah,
messing with him just a little bit. Yeah,
but we'll let him get through baseball first. So you're here promoting your new single. It is Hotter Than This. We actually did play it this morning on the show, but we're playing it every Saturday night during the Texas radio show. So it's a good tune, man. How's it going for you? How's it working for you?
It's been working great. We've enjoyed a lot of folks dancing to it, jamming to it. When you first start a new song, it's a little bit tough to get it up and running, with the band, and you don't know what it's going to do. We've watched the show, from the stage many times, and it's been bringing up the room quite a bit.
Awesome.
So we're real happy about that.
So you're a unique act in the sense that you play your own lead guitar, you play your own fiddle.
Yeah.
So nice. Keep that overhead down a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Especially at the start, maybe there'll be a bigger budget and later.
Yeah.
But right now, this is great the way I've got it.
That's awesome. Do you incorporate looper pedals or anything?
No, I don't really do that. My show is fairly high energy, and there's just not going to be time for anything like that. I wouldn't. But yeah, we're just jamming it as much as we can,
So are you just a 3-piece then?
I'm a 3-piece.
That's awesome.
And people ask me that, but really, I'm actually a 4-piece with fiddle,
by the way you
guitar.
play. Yeah.
And I'm back and forth through all the songs, so I'm not just setting one down and not messing with it.
Okay.
I'm hitting them both, like
during the same song.
The entire
Okay.
The entire night, I'm back and forth.
That tied my brain into a knot, just trying to remember the different.
It did
chord
at
shapes.
first.
Yeah.
Eventually, it just becomes an old thing. Old habit. I don't even think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're here promoting it, and want to get into a little bit more of. So you've gotten to play on some really big stages with some really big folks. You can name a few of them if you want.
Yeah, opened for Bellamy Brothers a couple of times, and Neal McCoy, had good fun with him. The biggest one I think to date that I really enjoyed was Sawyer Brown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've done so well. that particular night, I thought, I hope there's people out there because I'm here. I might have ran them off. But I peeked open the curtain. My goodness, it was 2 stories of people just and all these kids. It was a fundraiser for children. So afterwards, I was signing these little boots for these little kids, and,
That's
and
awesome.
they were so nice and cute.
Yeah.
One of them looked just like a 4-year-old Blake Shelton.
Oh, wow.
He even had the
mullet and everything.
The mullet and everything. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I got to see. I wish I'd seen him earlier in life, but I got to see Sawyer Brown just a couple years ago. He played here locally, and still has all those crazy dance moves. And
oh yeah,
I know he's
good.
been through several hip replacements. I think.
Oh, has he? I didn't know
but
that.
he can still put on a heck of a show. So that's really cool. And you've gotten to play some really good like pretty much the big name venues around.
Yeah, I've played at Billy Bob's. I've played White Elephant.
Yep.
Nashville Palace was really cool in Nashville, Tennessee. I've played a lot of different areas, about 16 states in full.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, for this portion of the interview, I'm going to step aside and let you show off some of those chops with that fiddle.
Sure.
And then for the rest of you folks at home, you know the drill. At midnight tonight, the rest of this conversation will be in podcast form, and it'll be available everywhere you get your podcast. Just search for This Week in Texas Music, and you'll find it. And I'm sure it's going to be a good time. You aren't going to want to miss that one. For the folks that are just listening on the radio, though, thanks for tuning in. Before I let them go, give them the deets on how to find you online.
DexterRowBand.com.
And that's ROWE, folks, not just
with an E. Yeah.
Not a row your boat. So, no. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Let's get that fiddle out and let's see what you got.
Sure.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Check your local stations if you know what's good for you. They'll be sure to let you know when we'll be rolling through. Then listen to the sound of the fiddle and guitar. We'll be causing locomotion wherever we are. Who wants to ride on this honky-tonk train? This non-stop rockin' party's coming your way. We're a track laying, groove playing, Circus Soleil. Who wants to ride on this honky-tonk train? We only got one speed and it's full steam ahead. Guarantee you ain't seen nothing like us yet. We'll make you sing, stomp, dance. Check your local station before you miss your chance. Who wants to ride on this honky-tonk train? This non-stop rockin' party's coming your way. We're a track laying, groove playing, Circus Soleil. Who wants to ride on this honky-tonk train? Who wants to ride on this honky-tonk train? This non-stop rockin' party's coming your way. We're a track laying, groove playing, Circus Soleil. Who wants to ride on this honky-tonk train?
Welcome back, everybody, to This Week in Texas Music. I am sitting here with Dexter Rowe. He just played us a cool song, Runaway Train? Honky-Tonk Train, I'm sorry. I was listening, I promise. I was listening.
I hope I was too.
But yeah, man, good stuff. I love the fact that you can play your own fiddle and everything.
Yeah.
You can kind of control the flow of the show that way. I played with some guys that they play backup and they play fiddle for us, and then you give them the spotlight for a second, and they just didn't want to get rid of it. I'm like, dude, just get your own band. Get your own band. So you've done that. Good job.
I know. Yeah.
And then with just having 3 people, some of my favorite bands, Phil Pritchett is a Texas artist, and he doesn't play fiddle. But he's a 3-piece band, and makes more noise, good noise, than I've ever heard in my life. And it's so fun. And it's just amazing to me when y'all can pull that off with three pieces, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had to really work hard to get there, of course. You know, you can sit here and sing and play and do this right here, but let me tell you, right here in singing, it took me a while to bust that one.
I bet. Have we busted out playing behind our head and all that stuff yet?
I don't really do that so much because the antics of it is a cool thought, but it doesn't fit me.
It's not ergonomical.
It hasn't fit me. I mean, I run all around playing and stuff, but there's some things I don't do that some guys do, and then I probably do something they don't.
I think you gotta be authentic.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you
I try to stick to myself. I've done some stuff, and I'm like, I ain't never doing that again.
Yeah.
I've dropped so many fiddles. This is my third fiddle.
Yeah, we don't do that.
They wear down eventually.
So you mentioned twin fiddles growing up, having twin fiddles in the family.
Yeah.
Do you get a chance to play actual twin fiddles with other people?
Every once in a while. I mean, whenever I was front my Aunt Louise's band, it was nothing but twin fiddles. That's all we played. As a matter of fact, there was one night we didn't have a third fiddler, and the clarinet played the fifth on top of us.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that chord is so pretty with the clarinet. We had no idea. She said, I never knew that. Even with Bob Wills, he never did that.
Huh.
Yeah. Discovered something. Yeah.
Awesome. So, what is the science behind the twin fiddles? Are y'all playing different? Are y'all playing a third, fifth, and all that stuff usually?
Yeah.
Or are you double?
Yeah. Well, Jim Baker used to play the second fiddle to me, which is a harder way to do it. And sometimes he was hitting the third and the fifth.
Yeah.
And there's other harmonies besides those that work, and Aunt Louise knew every one of those. But they're not playing unison. I mean, we did play unison some things. You know, we'd start off like kicking off the song unison, and then he would go to the third and the fifth as well. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Which your ears, I mean, you'll definitely hear that. Let me tell you.
For sure. All right, give us a little rundown of were you raised in Dallas? Is that what I was?
No, I was born in Dallas. I was raised in was mainly Texarkana.
Okay.
But I mean, kindergarten stuff, I was in McAlester, Oklahoma.
Okay.
So I really have a lot of the tri-states here involved.
For sure.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? You mentioned playing in 16 states so far. Which state? I mean, Texas is obviously number one, no matter what you say.
Number one.
So, what's the close second?
See, when we get out of Texas, I don't have to play fiddle anymore.
Oh, really?
I'm just kidding.
Man, you got me. Yeah.
No, one of my favorite ones was Montgomery. I was really wanting to play over there, and it was hard to make it to where it is beneficial for one night. So I talked the place into letting us play 3 nights in a row. So we played Friday, Saturday, and we had this Sunday thing on the afternoon. So we had worn out about everything we played down there, and I said, we need a little bit more material while we was on break, Yeah. I said, let's go by there. We can't come to Montgomery and not see Hank Sr.'s grave.
Right.
So we went and did that. We was sitting there. We're thinking, wow, we need to add some Hank Sr. We already did a lot of Alabama, but a few more Alabamas that they asked for. So that was going to be on the Sunday. So just had a really Hank Sr. moment. It was awesome. Killer. Very much like Alan Jackson's song.
I was going to say, did you play that?
Oh, yeah, I played it that night. I played it all the time. But, I mean, of course, they went nuts over it. I was surprised.
Yeah, that's a good one. Some of good fiddle song is John Anderson's,
Seminole Wind?
Yeah, Seminole Wind.
We do that one,
Love that one. I know everybody wants to hear Devil Down in Georgia.
Devil, yeah. That one sells the show.
It does. It does, and everybody has to hear you play it, but there's so many good fiddles.
See, I was telling you earlier that I was driving a semi-truck, took a break from music, driving a semi-truck, and I took a load from Dallas to New Jersey, and you will never guess where I broke down. Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, wow. What a bummer. What a bummer.
I had my fiddle with me, and I wound up playing fiddle all weekend, and that was the main song that they wanted was Seminole Wind.
Really?
Of course, and they said, turn loose on that fiddle, would you? Well, I didn't know these guys, and I went back to the drummer. I said, can y'all play Devil? And he kicked it off, and I said, that's perfect, except for that's way too slow. He said, I can do it faster.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we turned loose at that, and that place went crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I really like Zach Brown has a live from Bonnaroo version of that one down in Georgia.
Yes.
And it's super fast.
Super fast.
So fun to listen to. I bet it's fun to watch too. But,
oh, yeah.
I guess as a player, it'd have to be fun to play too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite fun to play. I mean, I play it, I generally play it twice. Depends on what type of show I'm doing. And in the first set with it, and in the very last of the night with it. Unless I'm doing a original show, then we're going to probably wait till the very end.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
It never gets old.
Yeah.
It never gets old. I mean, when everybody stands up and screams.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you want.
You just paid us.
Yeah. You paid us, and we're the one having a good time.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. We already went over who else in your family plays. It's kind of a family tradition.
Family tradition.
Yeah. So that was, you said 7 kids? Or
there were 7 boys, 1 little girl.
Has that passed down generation? Does everybody in your family have a big family?
No. See, my grandpa, he did, but my dad, I mean, there's only 3 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only 3.
Only 3.
I stopped at 2. I was not about to be outnumbered.
Yeah, that's right.
I do okay in zone defense, but man to man, once you get that third one,
I know it. Then they can work on both of you, get permission from mom and dad.
Yeah.
At the same time.
To call that parental tennis. Whenever dad, can I? Go ask your mom. Mom, can I? And they keep running back and forth, and then when one trips, falls down, hurts himself, one of us yells love.
Kind of like tennis, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Exactly. All right. So besides performing, playing your fiddle, and all that good stuff, what's just something else that you love to do? What's something that you?
Well, I had mentioned the cab over truck. Man, I was so nuts about it. I guess somebody started something on the internet, and I took notice of these cab over old semi trucks. They're just like a square box if you're going down the road, and it's like, wow, that is. I'm so retro. I love I love Johnny Lee and George Strait and cab over semi trucks.
Yeah.
That fit the bill for me.
Yeah, man, get your little convoy going.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that. I mean, it was a lot of work. Let me tell you. That's why I had to wind up selling it, because about killed me off breaking down in Nashville. I had to put that rear end in it and got it back to Texas.
So what would you usually haul?
I did a couple of different things. Refrigerated stuff. That's what I was. Well, I was taking, I think, onions from Dallas to New Jersey. Yeah,
there's a line in the song right there. I was hauling onions on my way to Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, broke down Nashville.
Now,
it really is a song.
I'm cutting onions in Nashville.
Yeah, if you want to write that one, I'll be happy to sing it.
All right. We can work on that. Doing hunting, any fishing, camping, like that?
Done a lot of hunting and fishing and running trot lines.
Yeah.
I really enjoy running trot lines.
Good old country boy stuff.
Yeah. I can skin a buck and run a trot line.
Yeah, there you go.
I can do that. I have done that this year, actually.
Well, very cool, man. Let's see. I'm trying to think of all the performances you've done. You kind of mentioned this earlier, but of the stages and the people you've gotten to jam with or whatever, is there just one that just really, really stands out?
Currently, I mean, I've had so many. I mean, to be able to perform with the reason why I play fiddle is because my grandpa did. Mm-hmm. He died, and it hurt me so dang bad, man. And I found out that it really was in my blood, so that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Only about that. But, I've acquired taste for writing and guitar playing and singing. That was acquired taste.
Yeah.
Fiddle wasn't my thing because of him. So being able to play for a decade with his sister was the biggest thing.
That's
and
awesome.
Specifically, I played for her.
Right.
So whenever I was still working on my thing in between, but I had this great show down at the White Elephant Saloon in Fort Worth, and I kept telling her, you need to come down there and play with me, just please. It's just a couple of songs, and I got her down there. She was about 89.
Oh, wow.
And she come up there and played Milk Cow Blues, and I got a video. That was a real deal, man.
That's awesome. You got that video on your socials?
I could put it out there. I mean, I've got it on my phone.
I think you should. Put that out there on them socials. People love seeing just this stuff,
That was authentic. That was an actual Texas playboy from Bob Wheels playing with me on my show.
Crazy.
That was killer.
Really, really cool. Speaking of other things that are pretty reputable, you're in the Western Swing Music Society of the Southwest,
If you can
Hall
say
of
it.
Fame. If you can say it. They really need an acronym. Let's see, the WSMSOS. Yeah.
I have a hard time both ways, too. I just tell them I'm in the Western Swing Hall of Fame.
But there you go. Yeah, you're in a Hall of Fame for Western Swing, man. That's really awesome.
I guess that decade that I put in with Aunt Louise, I mean, really, that was my pinnacle of my career.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing something different because I need a new chapter. I just lost her like 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still, I kind of worked past it, but it was a difficult deal.
I imagine, I mean, it is, but yeah, trying to find that new chapter, but still kind of honor that legacy at the same time.
Yes, and you are that new chapter, so I appreciate you having me here.
I'm glad you made time for us. I know you're busy. You got a couple more stops to make this week, and doing all those things, and it's a lot of fun to just get to know new people and get to see who's out there working it, man. And you're definitely, you've done all those shows. You know what it's like to play 200 shows a year. So work ethic's not a problem for you.
Yeah, I had a lady that was a talent scout. She said, "Wow, you work." I said, "I do work really hard." I did. White Elephant told me, matter of fact, the management there, he said, "You know what? You have the record. We have never had anybody play for 7 hours." I did 2 or 3 7-hour shows there, and he said, awesome. "We have never had anybody do that."
Well, yeah, I would have given you a run for the money back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so my record's 7.5.
Oh, you probably did beat
Got
me.
to throw in that half. Birmingham, Alabama, man. I was playing there's a radio host here. He's a nationwide radio host, and he took us along for the ride to go do a listener event up there. And of course, all the people showed up, and it was at a bar. And just me and my acoustic guitar player, and we got there thinking, okay, we'll go up there, play a couple hours, no big deal, and they're bringing us drinks the whole time, and by the time it was done, it had been 7 hours and like 21 minutes, 7 hours or something like that. The stage, even though it was just the two of us singing plus a couple rowdy people come up here and there, guests or whatever, the drum riser was covered in beer bottles and whiskey glasses. It looked like Lyle Lovett's band. Yeah, it was insane.
You turned into George Jones.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't until afterwards that we were walking out and get into the limo. I ain't bragging. I didn't pay for it. The limo. And I tried to sit down that I realized I couldn't because my bladder was so full because I hadn't taken a break that entire time.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, I can't even sit down because my bladder's so full. So I had to go, and it probably took me another 7 hours to get empty. But yeah, that was my longest show too. It was wow. So I know how that feels.
Yeah, when you're done, you're like, the excitement comes down, and you've got everything rolled away and paid and all that. You sit for a little bit, and you're like, dang man, everything hurts. I'm like, I have to take a Tylenol whenever I do something like play that hard, because I'm sitting there, Devil Went Down to Georgia by the time, if you have to do it 3 times, you're like, dang man, I'm tired, I'm wore down.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do this one. Band, y'all are gonna cover it. This is gonna be bass and drums. Right?
Just bass and that's the bad news is I can't really take a break.
No, you gotta keep plugging away at it. But that again, that makes for a great show. That's rock and roll. I had a friend of mine used to say, "Yeah, that's rock and roll." All the time he was talking about country. And it finally hit me. It was just like, no, rock and roll is like the attitude, the grind, the grit to play through whatever. If you try to get hit in the head with a guitar and you got blood coming down your face, but you're still playing, that is rock and roll.
Yeah.
No matter what version of music you're
playing.
That's
right, yeah.
That mentality of just the
lose a string,
no matter what. That's rock and roll, So it's I just love it. I love seeing bands with grit like that. It's really cool, for sure.
Yeah. But 7 hours into it, you're just like, you're not warmed up.
No.
You're starting to wear down.
Yeah, you are. You're just on pure adrenaline alone.
Yeah.
For sure. So who are some of the inspirational bands that just kind of shaped who you want to be or who you are now or trying to be?
Of course, really it's kind of one band, but I'll list some others too. But of course, my grandfather's band.
Yeah.
They went for 55, 60 years. And in that band, I heard different people. I didn't know if they wrote them or not, but it was Big City. Well, that wasn't my grandpa.
Yeah.
It was Haggard and Jones and all this other stuff. Man, that really rang to me. And I don't know those songs specifically. boy, they just give me right in the heart. Of course, you lose somebody like that, and it hurts. It really hurt to play this thing just like he was playing.
Yeah.
But you have to keep pushing, and then I'm fine. You know,
Yeah.
I can do it just fine. But yeah, Haggard, Jones. Let's see, Gene Watson.
Yeah.
All them guys. Of course, George Strait. Good night.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson. I was searching for a tone for years on my fiddle, and I always thought I was trying to find that ace in the hole, Gene Elder sound, and I thought that's what I was searching for. But one day I finally hit that tone that I was looking for, and it was Alan Jackson. I said, that's the fiddle tone I've been looking for.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, so
I guess with fiddle players are kind of a lot like lead guitarists. It's just you're always trying to perfect that tone. Like,
yeah.
and it's so minuscule, the adjustments that can be made to make to where it finally hits. And so my guitar has one tone, and that's flat. No, I don't play much lead. I just play a lot of rhythm.
You can flat play, right?
I'm a flat out play. I play out of self-defense. It gets me through it so I can deliver lyrics. But no, and I think a lot of it has to just do with your fingers too. I mean, you can have your stuff set up perfectly however you want. Somebody else touches it, it's going to sound just a little different. So it's your fingers and how your body
and the way you feel, the way you think,
how hard you press, and so many things. It's
variables.
It is a science, and we are not scientists.
Oh, no, I know. It's hard to be a scientist and a musician at the same time.
Exactly.
I'm already running too many.
But the quest is what makes it work.
Every time I finally get a good tone, I drop the dang fiddle somewhere in there.
Well, be careful next time.
I know.
Well, you're like, that's the tone. Nobody move.
Nobody move. I dropped one in the parking lot.
Ooh.
And I didn't know how old the fiddle was. Well, I finally sent it to this guy, Dwight, in Fort Worth, and he looked it up, and he said, this thing is over 170 years old. That's the one I dropped.
Imagine all the things that fiddle lived through.
I know. Just for me to drop
Butterfingers.
Butterfingers.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. All right. Well, before you get out of here, I want to tell them again, go find your music and DexterRowe.com.
DexterRoweBand.com. That's the best place because you'll be able to get all the, whatever song's coming out, where I'm playing, all my socials.
Yes. Yeah, you got YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all those places you like to go and consume your media. And I'm going to be sharing the clips with him too, so he can post some of these clips there as well as my socials, which is, I don't know, it's Josh Fuller. You'll find me. On Twitter, I know on Instagram it's Josh_Fuller. Everything else, I think it's just Josh Fuller Music. So find my socials and all that. If you, pretty sure that they're listening to me now, they know my socials because they know a little bit. That's the only place I put it.
Well, I'll be putting it up there so they now know. So
there you go. Yeah.
So what's your email? I mean, your website?
Oh, I got rid of it.
That's the best thing to do with those, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I let it expire when COVID and all that stuff happened, and I wasn't active or anything, and it came up for renewal, and I was just tired of spending money, so I just said, I'm pretty active on my socials. I'll just still have the domain name. It is joshfullerband.com, but if you go there right now, it's just going to be I don't know, under construction sign or something. So one day I'll revamp it. For right now, focusing more on the podcasting and the radio stuff, and it works out.
Cool.
Yeah. So, do you have any big events coming up in the near future?
Right now, I'm on this radio tour, and I'm just hitting that pretty hard. I was another reason why I have not been putting out shows is because I'm recording, writing, and I'm working on my next bit of music right now. Yeah. So I find it hard to gather all the stuff. You need sound, you need equipment, you need the guys, you need yourself, and all this stuff while I'm trying to record, write, especially writing. That messes up my head when I'm trying to do other things like that. So I've been staying focused on that for now. But I will, if they want to hire me off of your podcast, come on.
There you go.
I'll come play for you.
He'll come play for you. You don't want to miss it. I mean, a guy that can play guitar and fiddle, and that's why not?
Sure.
That'd be awesome. It's a good show. All right, Dexter. Well, I appreciate you stopping by,
and good luck on the rest of your travels. And of course, on your single, his new single, y'all can go stream it right now, or you can just keep listening to the radio for it, is Hotter Than This, and it's doing really well for him. So y'all go support him, stream his music, buy his merch, do whatever you got to do. But he's independent artist. That's what they rely on. So spread the word, spread the clips, and do all those things, and let's help get Dexter to that front line.
Thank y'all.
Cool.
Enjoyed
Appreciate
it.
it, man.